Chandler has quit MrBeast. Well, that's what sources are alluding to at the time of recording, because during the entire scandal of MrBeast, including Beast Games, including Ava Chris Tyson, including alleged PDF files being hired as managers for the MrBeast brand, including shady business practices, including, illegal lotteries, there's been a lot of stuff brought out of the woodwork, but one person in particular has been notably missing, and that is Chandler. Now, Chandler, if you don't know who he is, he of course was part of the MrBeast team. He was one of the presenters with Jimmy, with Carl, with Jacob, with all of them. And he's kind of disappeared over the past few weeks, but he would often provide comedic relief. He would provide... he was the guy that was always losing challenges, and you rooted for Chandler to win these challenges because of the big cash prize that he always ends up losing. He ended up winning the island off of MrBeast. It was fantastic. But notably, recently, he's not been there. And before we get into that, though, I want to talk to you guys about something that I have just recently created, and that is a Discord server. So if you don't know what Discord is, it's basically like a chat room for us all to be able to go and chat, and there will be links to this down in the description. And I'll give you a brief oversight. Basically, it's for all the channels that I have got, and as you can see here, we've got a label here for Simply Said, Simply Strange, Simply Crime. It goes on and on. But if you want to talk about everything Simply Said, or you want to talk about the topics that I'm talking about with like-minded people, you can head over to this chat here. Or you want to tell me about some breaking news that you want me to report on or take a look at, you can send me links in here. And if you don't have my little bell tickled for whatever reason, and you're not getting notified about my videos, well, don't you worry, I've got you covered there as well, as I will be posting the links to the brand new videos in here as well for you guys to be kept up to date on everything. And it's a good place for you to mingle with other communities. So for example, I've got Simply Strange, another YouTube channel surrounding kind of the paranormal. I've got Simply Crime about crime scenes. I've got Simply AI about topics around AI, Simply Unknown around the UFO topic, Ben Breaks the News, and then we've got a general little space here. So if you want to be able to kind of communicate or see what other things I've got going on, or chat with other people from other communities, then you're absolutely able to with this Discord server. Like I said, be sure to come along and join. It's going to be a good time. I just want to bring the internet together a little bit and, keep us all friendly. So, link down in the description. Anyway, let's continue with today's video. So, like I said, Chandler has been missing. He's gone AWOL. And over on MrBeast's most recent video, the second that he has posted since the controversies have come to light, 7 days stranded in a cave, if you completely bypass the Ronaldo is coming comments, because there's a lot of them. If you don't know about that situation, Cristiano Ronaldo has just released a YouTube channel and he's got over 14 million subscribers within 12 hours. It's absolutely crazy. But if we look at these comments, Chandler is making the videos more fun, my goat. We've also got, I have seen another Chandler comment in here. Chandler is the GOAT. We've also got, my GOAT is coming. That's obviously in reference, but Chandler is underrated. He deserves more showtime. Basically everybody wants Chandler back. And it seems like Chandler doesn't really want to be as involved as everyone wants him to be. We want Chandler back. I only trust Chandler. It's a shame because, like I said, he did provide a hell of a lot of comedic relief for the videos, and he was by far one of the most fun creators within the MrBeast team. But he has kind of been on this journey over on his TikTok page that we're going to talk about, and he talks about within this video, which is very insightful as to why he has started to take this new direction. So over on TikTok, he's been posting a lot of videos, mostly surrounding the word of God, okay? Because he's kind of gone back to his Christian roots, and he's gone down this route of, sharing biblical, reading pages out of the Bible daily. So, it's doing incredibly well for him. So over on his TikTok page, Chandler Hallow, he posts every single day just a part of the Bible. And this video here that he posted not too long ago explains exactly why he's decided to go down this route instead of kind of, what he was doing, which was kind of posting more content on behalf of MrBeast.
Today I'm going to be talking about my testimony on how I became to have a relationship with God. So first, I I grew up in a Christian household, and my parents were Christian. We went to church on Sunday, and I gave my life to God, saying the prayer, but I never really had a relationship with God. So I kind of was in that phase until I was until I went off to like college maybe, and then that's like the first time you leave your home, and I started to stray away from God, because at first I was kind of like here, not really growing in my relationship, and then when I went off to college, I started to stray away from God, doing things that I'd never done before, like getting into drugs, smoking, drinking, partying, doing things I shouldn't be doing. Not knowing that, those things have effects. Negative effects in the long term, especially. But, so fast forward, I'm still doing these things. Then I finally, I moved back home from college to live in a house on my own. And I'm still doing drugs, I'm still drinking. I'm not going to church, I'm not reading the word, I'm not doing any of that. But I do pray every night. I used to pray every night before I go to bed. That's something I would do. Thank the Lord, I would actually pray that God would do something in my life. But I would still be in the cycle of sin that I was doing, And I just continued doing those things. Like, I don't know what it was. One day, I remember. This is what happened. One day I was in my kitchen, and I was smoking, and I was just depressed, and I felt lonely, and I was feeling very depressed, sad. Just like, it felt like a cloud of depression was just in my house. And I'm sitting there walking in my kitchen, like, moping around, smoking marijuana. And then God said something to me. It sounded so clear. I don't think it was out loud, like I'm speaking right now, but it was in my, mind, but it wasn't my voice, and it wasn't the voice of the enemy. It was 1,000,000% God's voice. He goes, "What are you doing?" And I froze, like this, I was like, and I heard, "What are you doing?" And in that moment, I snap out of some trance that I was in, and it's like God just peeled the scales off my eyes, and I could see what I was doing, and then I just go, "What am I doing?" And then that moment, I threw everything away. I had 2 big garbage bags full of stuff that I just threw away, and I got rid of it. And then from that moment on, I started to actually develop a relationship with Jesus, and it changed my life. I've been going through that sanctification process since then, and it's been great. I got baptized. I was set free of the drug addiction and the desires to do things that I was not meant to do, outside of marriage or just in general. God put desires for the word, for him, and just to follow his will in my heart. And when I got baptized, it was just a fresh declaration to follow Jesus for the rest of my life with all my heart. And I'm sharing this to maybe help somebody else that's going through the same thing, struggling with drug addiction or fornication or, just anything of that sort, or being lonely or depressed, Prayer will help, prayer is powerful. I was still praying every night, even in my sin, for some reason. Like, I would go to God. Like, I guess, thankfully my parents taught me that, from when I was younger. So I'm just thankful for the transformation that God has done in my life, and I was just sharing this to help somebody that is watching this. And yeah, God just told me to share my testimony. Hopefully that someone can use that to, pull themselves out of the cycle of sin that they're living in and get closer to God. So thank you for watching. God bless.
So it's a very respectable message, basically he's doing things that he doesn't want to be doing anymore. He had this kind of epiphany moment where he was like, what is going on? And he gave it all up. And he's going through this process of what I'm assuming could be like recovery. He's using his religion to support that recovery. And fantastic, all power to him for that. Because I know I've got family members who suffer from addiction and stuff. And, it's a very slippery slope, and it's a very difficult one to overcome. So completely respect Chandler for this. For this. Now, this video came out after all of the allegations. And he started reading kind of Bible quotes after the allegations came out about Ava Chris Tyson, which kind of snowballed into Beast Games and everything else that I've listed off at the start of the video. And many have said, without being able to really know full stop, because he obviously didn't outline anything within that video about MrBeast, but with this newfound relationship with, religion and things like this, has that played a part in why Chandler maybe has taken a bit more of a step back away from the limelight at MrBeast? Is that why he doesn't seem so involved? There's also an element of MrBeast goes on long shoots for long periods of time. If he's going through a journey of recovery and, self, I guess, what's the word? When you kind of rediscover yourself a little bit more through his, found re-existence of religion. Maybe that's something that would kind of go against what he's trying to do right now. So maybe he's just trying to take a step back because he wants to work on himself. He wants to work with his family. I think he's married as well, so probably wants to be with his wife and all the rest of it. So completely respect it. But again, there is that little niggle of like, is it because of everything that's going on? And it does seem like Chandler so far is the only MrBeast kind of presenter, let's label him, that seems to have had a respectable bow out. Ava Chris Tyson was removed through kind of controversy, and other people have as well in the past. Chandler seems to be one of the very few MrBeast presenters that has had somewhat of a respectable U-turn. But a page called Dylan Page, funnily enough, over on TikTok, he's a fantastic news reporter. He's probably one of the biggest over on TikTok. And he did a little video talking about why Chandler could be quitting MrBeast, and it's very, very insightful. So let's take a look.
MrBeast just posted for only the second time since all of the controversy kicked off, and the comment section is absolutely dominated by questions about Chandler. And yes, this will affect Brawl Stars servers. You see, not only was he not in this video at all, but for the last few months now, the quantity of screen time he's had has sparked rumors that he wants to leave.
But there's also, talk about when he is on screen, he seems so disinterested. Whereas before, he was so involved. He was like MrBeast levels of energy, like Jimmy Donaldson levels of energy. He brought the charisma to the video. He brought that riz. But recently, he's not been as interested.
People are claiming that he seemed disinterested in a lot of the scenes, and even in MrBeast's last video, some of the most liked comments are about how everyone misses Chandler and how he's the best character on the channel. So where is he and what is he doing?
Well, I just had s'mores, so I can go to the boat now?
Well, about 2 months ago, seemingly out of nowhere, he surprised all of his fans by saying that the Lord has put it in his heart to share the word. Now, as a consequence, every single day he makes videos on TikTok reading verses from the Bible. And interestingly, it seems to have become the the only content he's now making. So why now? And does this have anything to do with the MrBeast controversy? Well, in a 6-minute long TikTok, he shared that for a while he was going down the wrong path, doing a lot of what he called sinful things like smoking, drinking, partying, doing drugs, etc. But one day when he was standing in his kitchen smoking weed, feeling very depressed, lonely, and sad, he said that he heard a voice saying, "What are you doing?" He suddenly froze, and in that moment, he said that he felt as if God removed the scales from his eyes and he snapped him out of this trance that he was in. From that moment, he said that he threw everything out, including 2 big garbage bags of stuff. He stopped doing drugs, he got baptized, and now he said that he's trying to help others who struggle with the same sort of stuff he did by making these videos. And while this does come at a time where he is appearing less in MrBeast videos, he's never explicitly said that the two have anything to do with each other or that he has any intention of leaving MrBeast. I mean, as of right now, it seems that he was in a bad place, and his recovery journey includes lifestyle changes that may not coexist with long stints away from his wife and home filming content with MrBeast. But of course, let me know what you guys think.
Yeah, and you know, it raises a lot of questions about, you know, is Chandler actually quitting MrBeast? Personally, I think that he's definitely taken a long step back, and you know, maybe when there is no such thing as completing recovery when you're, I know that kind of, you know, firsthand, like I said before, I've got family members who are in recovery for alcohol, drugs, and all the rest of it. There is no such thing as completing recovery. You're always a recovering addict. And there's always challenges in your way. But maybe when he's on a more level path and things get easier for him, maybe we might see him return. But right now, with everything that's going on, that might be the last place that he wants to be, especially as he's trying to promote the word of God through the Bible. Now, I'm not a very religious person at all. Very rarely have I ever been to church unless it was for a wedding or a christening or something like this. So, you know, I'm not too involved with that. But I can imagine that the things that are being alleged with MrBeast as the brand right now probably don't align with what he's trying to achieve by reading the Word of God. What do you guys think, though? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. While you're down there, be sure to jump to get the hell out of that like button. And until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.